A very good morning, all of you. In today's lecture, I think there's some problem in the chat setting, so I think chat won't be enabled. So, so how the session will be for the next 30 minutes, I'll be discussing about the nitty-gritties of the optional, why to choose this optional, how to choose an optional, what are the optionals, list of options that are available in UPSC, examination process. So in the first 30 minutes, I'll be discussing that, and then I'll also be discussing about some popular optionals, few ones. So I've made a PDF on that, so which will be shared with you later on. Uh, then some 15-20 minutes questions from each one of you in terms of optional questions. If you have any, I'll unmute each one of you. You can put your questions across. Then in the last 10-15 minutes, I'll be discussing public administration as an optional. Okay, so public administration optional is a option which I have an understanding. So मैं उसके बारे में थोड़ा बताऊंगा. So that would be the entire session that will be going across. So let's quickly understand the UPSC process. So what are the options available? Now, if you try to analyze the UPSC preparation process, I'll not go with the prelims mains. I think you already know that. So we have two optional paper. There is only one subject optional, but there are two papers. So paper 1 and paper 2. So what is paper 1, what is paper 2? That will vary from as per optional to optional. Okay. The optional will be the 500 marks. It will be 500 marks, and so it is very important. And why it is important? Because see, you clear the prelims, then the optional will come to you. But after clearing prelims, optional takes a very important role because people score very high in optionals. People who there are situations where student can score very high in optional. But if you talk about general studies may you can still score high in general studies as well. But that is not a general trend, which means you will, for example, out of 250, if you can score 120, that is a very good score in general studies. Okay, very rare. In general studies, it is not possible that you will get a very extra lead because the marks that you get in general studies would not vary much. Yes, people who are doing well, they can definitely get a lead over other people. And that is where optional comes as a decider. Let's say you have done very well in the GS, but your options are weak. Then you might not get selected. If you have done average in the optional, in the general studies, which means you have done average in the general studies, which means that you're scoring 100, 105. If you've done exceptionally well in the general studies, you are scoring 115. So if I say you are doing relatively good in general studies, so you're scoring 105. But if you're exceptional, you are scoring 115, which means there's 10 marks difference. So there are 4 optional GS papers, which means you have 40 to 50 marks of difference. Now, which means here 4 papers are creating that difference. But if you talk about optional, somebody is scoring 300, others are scoring 250. You can do very well and you can go up to 320. Okay, if you're scoring 320, 330, which means there are very high chances that you get selected. So GS may the marks, they don't move at a very extreme end. In general, in optional, they might move at the extreme end, and that is where it is important that you don't take optional as an easy paper or as a paper where you can be more casual. UPSC is exam which the law of averages apply, which means that in every paper, whether it is essay or GS 1, 2, 3, 4 optional, you have to score. You can say average marks at least. If you score average in all the areas, then you get selected. If you score extra marks in 1 or 2 subjects, which means that you have average in all the subjects, but 1-2 paper you have done exceptional. Let's say optional you do exceptionally well, and in general studies you average, which means you will definitely get selected. So that is where it is important that we do not take optional as a casual paper. The focus and objective of the student should be that they put decent amount of effort here. Now, what common optional subject we have? So we have total 25. The 25 subject optionals are there, the technical and non-technical, and then we have some literature subjects are there. Okay, so there are total 51 optional that we have in terms of the list. I'll quickly come. So there are total out of 51 papers, you have to choose one optional. Now, a lot of people have this question that I belong to this background, should I go for this optional? I belong to this background, should I go for this optional? Now, these questions, there's no right answer. कोई इसका सही answer नहीं है that you should go for this option or you should not go for this option. Every student, should not take advice, should not take, maybe advice from somebody else. They should, they should make their own decision. Why? Because if you choose a wrong optional, it is like a repeat of the, the whole year, and that we can't allow that to happen. So you have to choose a right option, and I'll try to analyze in a very non-subjective, in a very objective manner. Because see, as a teacher, I also have my own biases towards optional, and I might say that this optional is good, but I do not have a knowledge and information of all the 51 subjects, and it would be practically impossible because optional is a subjective paper. You have to write answers. Okay, like subjective paper mein, you can't have an objective analysis, but whatever information that is available, based on that we can, based on that we can maybe decide. Okay, so choosing a right optional is very important. Now, what right optional? So I'll come to that. There are popular optional, there are less popular optional. So choosing a right optional is a critical step in your preparation for civils exam. A wrong decision might not only cost you a rank, but leaves your sense of regret for the rest of your life. Okay. So that is, as I mentioned, you have to make sure that you choose a right optional, or optional galat nahi hona chahiye. You might take 2 months extra to decide an optional, but you have to make sure that you choose the right option. UPSC has given array of 51 optional subjects, 26 literature, 25 non-literature subjects based on the interest and the academic background. Okay, so 51 subject hai, aapko ek choose karna hai. Now remember, aspirants, we all are very different. Now in this class right now there are 22 students, 23 students are there, and hopefully in 5 minutes more, 10-15 more students will join. So there are people from different background. You could be from agriculture background, you could be from humanities background, you could be from commerce background, engineering, law, management, medical, science student. So you are coming from diverse background, and that is why UPSC has given a diverse, बहुत सारे options आपको दिए that you can choose any of from them. Okay, so there are multiple factors which are going in your head right now, but you have to ask that what kind of option I can choose. You might not have background. For example, I was from engineering background, and my subject was electronics. So I could not choose electronics because electronics option is not available in UPSC examination. So it was very natural that I would have to go, I have to go with other subject. Okay. So what subject should I choose? How do I make a decision? What are my options? ये सारे questions हमारे सामने आते हैं. So what subject should I choose? How do I make a decision? What are my options? A scoring optional. Moment you go and see a topper's talk, a topper will come. Choose this optional. If you remember, we discussed in the topper's talk, Priyanshu came and what he said. He chose an optional based on a scoring optional, and he went with anthropology. So that was his decision. He chose an optional based on what is going in the trend. So he went with scoring optional. Then we had another topper talk. Bharat spoke something else. Okay. So and then we had another topper talk where he said no, I decided based on a number of factors. So there are multiple factors. One is the scoring optional. You want to go scoring optional. Now a subject S1 could be scoring this year, next year it might not be scoring. Okay. The second is interesting optional. And what is interesting optional? For example, you go with a subject called history. आप history लेते हो. And when you take history, you feel that history is a scoring optional. Why history is an interesting optional? Why? Because you like reading history. You have an interest and curiosity about history. Then it is an interesting optional. So you have to decide based on your own reading interest. In fact, I always suggest that at least study, GS for a few months and then come to a conclusion that this option is good. Then the most popular optional. सबसे popular option कौन सा है? Again, as I know, there are no right answers because one option might do this year good, other option might do that year. So there are no. I choose my option this year and I have to give exam after 1 or 2 years. So maybe most popular which was there this year might not be after 2 years. When I was preparing, I remember, public administration was a very popular optional. So every second person was public administration. But that was not the reason I chose public administration. When I went through syllabus, I felt it is a good syllabus and I should go ahead with that. And I I had interest as well, so I chose. But after 2 years, the scores in public administration were not coming, and that led to a situation where students got less marks, and suddenly the popular option became less popular. So there are no popular option could be right now. After 2 years, it might not be a popular option. Okay. Then optional for which good coaching is available. Yes, many a times optional with guidance is available. I might choose optional, but there's no guidance available. There are no books available. Then that would be not a right decision. I go with the optional where coaching is available. Maybe it might feel okay. I'm getting input. I'm at least मुझे मालूम हो रहा है कैसे पढ़ना है. How do I study? How do I not study? So these questions are, I'm getting answer. But can we say with certainty that if you get a coaching for optional, you get good score? No, again, that is not something we can decide, because you go to Delhi, there's so many students studying, okay, and there are good coachings available, but still, can we say with certainty coaching hoga to optional aap acha kar loge? No, that is not true. So yes, a coaching, a guide, a structured mentoring, a input will definitely make changes. But it also depends on how the people in coaching teach the optional. For example, when I teach the optional, my objective is that every student should develop their own understanding of the subject. They should see subject from their own viewpoint. I want that, they should not copy the class notes in the answers. Yes, class notes will give you, we'll discuss everything, but I want a novelty in your answer. I want your answer should, set apart from others, and that will decide the marks for you. For example, you can score very high when you have made your subject as your own. Many times people say that this option is not good because score is coming less. I say no, that is not the right information. Maybe आप एक option choose करके अच्छा score करते हो because that is your own individual thing. You have done your subject preparation very well. You have a command over the subject, because optional subject में you have to reach one level above graduation, one level up of graduation. Let's say I choose history in graduation, so I have to go one level up. Again, PG will be maybe 2 or 3 level high, but one level up is what is needed. I choose public administration, yeah, I choose political science as an optional. So जो graduation का जो level है उससे मुझे एक level ऊपर जाना पड़ेगा in terms of understanding. And remember, when you see the syllabus of any of the optional, they're mostly syllabus which are common for undergraduate or PG. The PG में आपका syllabus होगा ये almost similar lines पे होगा, which means practically the syllabus they are choosing from there itself. Okay, they're not going to choose a syllabus which is outside. वो जो चीज है उसमें उतना ही आपको पढ़ना है. But yes, in a PG, maybe you'll go in the technicalities of subject. You have 6 subjects. In optional, you might be, only part of that optional will be chosen. ठीक है, तो ये हमारा objective क्या होना चाहिए, कौन सा option choose करें, that is a very subjective, question. And I personally say that every student should decide based on certain inputs that I'll give them. I can help you in public administration does not mean that you all should choose public administration. I will say, okay, decide yourself first. Why do you want to choose this option? Then there are certain criteria. Subject with easy availability of study material. Yes, I personally believe this point. अगर कोई sub optional है where you get material, books, notes, that is completely okay. Then optional with best result. Now again, that is not a criteria I would suggest, but many people go with that. Okay. Subject with some pre-basic graduation. आपने कोई graduation या PG किया है and you have read a subject and you have enjoyed the subject, and that is how you're choosing the optional. Then it is okay. It is completely okay. For example, there are some management people who have done MBA or who have done some kind of course in management, or they have done BBA, okay, or MBA. So you have management understanding. So there are 3 optional which are available. Management अपने आप में एक optional है that can be chosen. There is other option called public administration, which borrows heavily from management, and so this is a very popular optional. But आपने इसके बारे में पढ़ा होगा, and day one you will find some familiarity कि हाँ कुछ तो पता है, and that is also a criteria can be there. Some people choose sociology because they want to study society. They see, okay, syllabus is again something that they have an understanding to. So ये सारे the important factors could be there. तो optional कैसे choose करेंगे, point by point I'll tell. Okay, so we'll decide the criteria. Most IAS beginners choose optional simply because it is considered scoring. some of the options which were considered scoring were public administration and geography. However, should score be the sole criteria? Well, I don't believe. Scores are obtained in all the subject if subjects are understood well and one has conceptual clarity. मेरा ये मानना है that you might choose a very obscure optional. आप एक बहुत ही unknown optional choose कर रहे हो and it might be a very obscure optional and uh, and you're storing well there. Okay, उससे फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. मेरा ये मानना है कि you make subject as your own. आपने subject पे इतना अच्छा command develop कर लिया है that you can write a good answer. Okay, so what are the popular optional? कौन सा definition? As I already mentioned, geography, public administration, sociology, they political science, history, philosophy, anthropology. These optional account for 70% of the total optional. Subjects like public administration, political science have definite syllabus and can be covered in limited time frame. मैं मानता हूँ इस बात को. But at the same time, if the option is popular, what I would see that here even the competition will be high. यहाँ तो competition भी ज़्यादा होगा ना, popular optionals है. And the coaching, the popular option are there when coachings are also available. That's the second thing, which means books, guidance, material available. So automatically here, the score that आपको जो marks मिलेगा, हो सकता है वो उतना ना मिले, आपको लगे popular है, but it has become popular because some students have done well in this optional. That is the prime reason. Maybe top 100 में some 15 students, 20 students got very good marks in an optional and that makes popular optional. But ये जो 15-20 student हो सकता है उन्होंने बहुत अच्छा किया हो, maybe they have done well in the subject and that is why this is happening. So popular optional is something, I would say it is a myth. It changes. Yes, किसी साल कोई option में ज़्यादा score आता है and that probably makes some people believe that ये popular optional है. I'll give you some example. 2010 Saaf Faisal, he chose Urdu and public administration. He scored I think he scored some around 383 in Urdu. Can you believe that? This is one of the highest marks ever in the optional subject. Ever means ki majorly. In public administration, he scored very less, 309. Then Kartik Adapa, he scored zoology and psychology. Again, not popular optional. Somebody chose electrical engineering and mathematics. अभी आप सोचो इन्होंने electrical engineering and mathematics choose किया. No GS knowledge. Mona Purthu scored English literature and sociology. So on 13 onward change हो गया. We have to choose one option. So if you try to analyze the information of the optional, you will find that there is no trend which will give you a clear-cut understanding you should go with this optional. ये किसी एक ईयर में हो सकता है, but it cannot be for a whole period of time. आप 5 साल में कौन सा अच्छा ऑप्शनल चूज करने का ट्रेंड डेवलप करना बहुत मुश्किल है. Okay, I'll show you some information and that will give you a better understanding. Please close your cameras. I think the cameras are not important. Now, see this information. So UPSC comes with own report, and as for this report, if I have the last report on 17 information available is there. So you can see success rate 12.4, but it's only 89 people have given agriculture. No chose kiya. I'm talking about mains. Anthropology, 880 people, almost 10% selection rate. Okay, botany, 11%, but number of people also less. Commerce and accountancy, 224, 28 people got selected, 12%. Abhi uske hisab se, if you go with the success rate, these options are good. But remember, the number of people who are choosing this option is very less. In Bodo, just one person chose and he got 100%. I mean, he got selected, he or she got selected. So that means, there's a 100% success rate. So again, if you analyze the information, it will not give you a clear trend. हाँ, बस एक trend मुझे नजर आता है here. For example, if I go specifically with the subject, let's say, अभी यहाँ देखो 10%, ये सारा मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग, मेडिकल साइंस, पब्लिक एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन 10.2%. तो पब्लिक एडमिन 10.2 था. Okay, so that is a popular option that year. एंथ्रोपोलॉजी इज आल्सो पॉपुलर ऑप्शन 10% के आसपास है. तो आप देखो ये दो चार आपको ऐसे पॉपुलर नजर आ रहे हैं, बट कई बार ऐसा होता है कि स्टूडेंट को टॉप 10 में 2 बच्चे निकल गए किसी ऑप्शनल से, एंड दैट मेक्स यू फील अरे दिस इज अ वेरी गुड ऑप्शनल एंड यू गो अहेड विद दैट. So I'll share this PDF and it will give you information that all the optional are good. We don't have one proper optional जिसको आप select करोगे, जिसको आप choose करोगे and that will ensure certainty. तो ऐसा जरूरी नहीं है. हाँ, proper optionals में which are generally common optional, student get guidance material easy, and that is one of the prime criteria why students choose these options. Okay. Now let's talk about literature subject. अभी literature का success rate देखो, and you'll find that literature has a very good success rate in some literature. Urdu, 26 people gave, almost 20% got selected. अब इधर देखो, एग्रीकल्चर, मेडिकल साइंस, बहुत अच्छा सक्सेस रेट है, सक्सेस रेट इज गुड, बट द नंबर ऑफ पीपल हु आर चूजिंग द ऑप्शन इज वेरी लेस. साइकोलॉजी लगे 11%, एंथ्रोपोलॉजी 11%, public administration 3200 people gave the exam, can you believe that, and 11% got selected. So these are good success rate, but should I decide based on that? No, maybe वो depend करता है. In fact, political science अगर आप देखते हो तो just 6.4% people got selected. But yes, एक year का trend है, that this trend might change next year. So I can't decide based on the information which does not have a pattern. Okay. That does not have a pattern. Then some options have a GS overlap. अभी कौन कौन सा overlap है, मैं I'll share that. For example, history. History has a overlap 3500 people. GS prelims, so GS prelims में भी common है, GS में भी, GS में 1 common है. Geography GS 1 and 3. Public administration GS prelims plus GS2, GS3 and essay. Okay. Political science GS2 and prelims. GS2 का भी कुछ पार्ट, GS2 3, GS2 का ही रहता है mainly. Sociology GS1, 2 and essay. Philosophy GS4 and essay. So if you see, there are a lot of optional where the optional का GS से convergence भी है. There are a lot of commonalities. Optional का जो syllabus है और GS syllabus में कुछ कुछ common मिलता है, and that can also be a criteria. But remember, what I personally believe that this criteria is not a most effective criteria. ये effective criteria नहीं है. Okay, so we have to decide a criteria based on my own understanding, and that should be the way forward. Okay, I'll change the slide now. Okay, so the screen is visible. This one, coaching criteria and previous background. Okay, now the first thing is, do you need a coaching? The first question, do you need a coaching to get you through the optional? Well, I personally do not have this right answer, but I definitely think that coaching will help you at least in the beginning, how to start. If the mentor is good, if the guide is good, they can help you how to start the syllabus. They can tell you the right, books, material, all that thing is there. Okay, but coaching will not determine your success. अभी आप coaching कर रहे हो, success will be determined by your effort. As a coaching will tell you the guide, will tell you the information, will explain you the concept. We can check your answers, we can improve your answer writing skill, we can work on them. You still have to work hard. We can complement that effort. We can tell you how to start, and maybe information, which you do at your level might take some time, but maybe coaching might make that thing easy. Okay, so coaching will not determine the score. Okay, a good coaching might just help you in maybe in steering the optional. That is true. Previous background, you have master in certain subject. Many subjects choose optional according to the graduation subject. That can also be there. However, make sure one's understanding and clarity is higher in these subject of interest. अगर आपने graduation किया है and you have not done graduation properly, you've just read 10 years and you have given the exam, you have not read the subject properly, then you would not be able to do justice. Okay, so choosing the right optional will depend not on the factor कि भाई आपने पहले पढ़ा है. हो सकता है आपने पहले पढ़ा. If you are interested, then that makes a right choice. Okay, people have scored good in all the optional. It is not that only popular optional में ही score आया है, हर optional में score आया है, and every year आता है. Maybe there are 1-2 people and that is why this there. But आप success rate भी देखो ना, public answer is chosen by 2,000 people and maybe medical science chosen by 50 people, let's say. And there are 2 people in medical science also in first 100, but in public answer there are just 10 people in first 100 people. So by that success rate, if you try to analyze, you will see that medical science is doing better because वहाँ 2 लोग select हो रहे हैं, यहाँ 10 लोग select हो रहे हैं. तो आप ये देखने का कोशिश करो कि भाई मैं क्या कर सकता हूँ या मेरा कहाँ मैं अच्छा कर सकता हूँ या कहाँ अच्छा नहीं कर सकता हूँ. That would be the prime criteria. Okay. Now selecting an overlapping optional is a good strategy, as I mentioned, but you can't apply this. होता क्या है, जैसे आपने political science choose किया और you chose public administration. In both the optional, you don't have to study GS paper 2. आपको GS paper 2 नहीं पढ़ना होगा. Why? Because most of the part in GS paper 2 is already covered in political science and public administration. So that would give you an advantage that you might not have to go with the GS paper 2. The same thing can be common. But remember, optional will require one level above. GS answers have to be very general. Optional will have required technical, understanding, and hence this overlap might help you in the beginning, but still you have to make an effort. Okay. Don't take option just because somebody told you that it is a GS overlap. तो आप ले लो. Never take an option just because of the advice of coaching institution. For example, maybe we are providing 3-4 optional, and you come to us. So we'll tell you, choose this option. This option is good. Well, it is not ethical from coaching point of view. मेरा coaching अगर चलता है तो what I should ethically tell student is that see, this we are giving this option. This option में ये advantages हैं. These are advantages of these options. And you decide your own course. Why do you want to choose this option? Don't go ahead just because I'm teaching the subject. If you feel that you can do justice to the subject, if you feel कि आप इस option से अच्छा कर सकते हो, then go ahead with that. Don't just choose because a coaching institute is telling you, or maybe because so मैं आपको convince कर लेता हूँ. कई बार ऐसा होता है. In fact, every year when students go to Delhi, they take a GS and then optional, starts. कई बार वो आपको पूरा option का fees भी एक साथ ले लेते हैं. Student is not able to understand. Student does not have the information, and they can नहीं अच्छा optional आप ले लो, अच्छा कर लोगे, और आपने ले लिया. Later on you realize that you made a mistake. Now that is not ethical. That is not right. In fact, what I tell all my students that see, we are providing these optional, but you should decide on your own. Maybe you can just attend 1 or 2 lecture of that class and see whether you are finding the optional interesting. Go through the previous year paper, do your own R&D. Information R&D जो हम देने वाले हैं वो भी आप लो, आप अपना भी R&D करो. Use your own common sense. That is what I tell my students. I know we are, this right now this lockdown, this online mode is going on, but when we have an offline mode, every year 2-3 optional we take, okay, in our institute. And I tell bluntly to the student that आप coaching institute में अगर optional ले रहे हो, so not because coaching institute is telling you, just because you have an interest. And many students come and they thank me for that many times because they were convinced of taking optional just because coaching is offering them, and later on they chose the audition optional and they got selected also. So मैं इसलिए कह रहा हूँ कि आप optional का जो criteria होगा, you just do all the pros and cons, analyze all the optionals, see your background, try and understand where is the interest, books material कहाँ available है, guidance कहाँ available है, all the information should be kept on table, and based on that you can choose among the optional that the list is there. और फिर एक बार when you have final decision has taken and you might feel that this option is good, then you can go ahead with that. Again, बहुत सारे options है technical होते हैं. For example, mathematics is there, engineering subjects are there. Now these are very high scoring optional, but they require more time. The GS overlap is not there. I have seen people scoring exceptionally high electrical engineering and mathematics, but I would not advise these subjects, because I would say that you should go ahead with the subject only when you feel very comfortable, and आपको पढ़ाई double करनी पड़ेगी. But the score इतना ज़्यादा मिलता है कि वो normal optional में नहीं मिलता है, ऐसा भी होता है. But number of people who are choosing such option are very few. तो मैं ये नहीं कहता हूँ कि just choose a humanities option just because technical option is not good. Technical option can also be good. People have scored heavily, but yes, some technical option might require more time from your side. You have a zero background या आपका background है तो में भी कम time लगेगा. तो ये optional कैसे choose करना है, technical है, non-technical subject है, technical है, is something that you have to analyze from your side. I was an engineer. I was an engineer, and I chose both options which were social sciences, public administration and sociology, and they had no relation with engineering. मुझे काफी दिक्कत भी हुई शुरू में, especially with sociology, because I did not have time. Later on, I realized that time कम था मेरे पास. But again, I'm not blaming it. It was my decision. I could have got selected in the first attempt if maybe there was other optional. But मेरे पास time पर preparation का कम था. So we had two options on our side in our time. अभी एक optional है. So today things are much better. So you decide on the optional based on your own choice of subject. Yes, I understand that कई बार मुश्किल होता है, आपको मालूम नहीं होता है कि कौन सा सब्जेक्ट अच्छा है, कौन सा सब्जेक्ट अच्छा नहीं है, and this is the reason why we are discussing this session. There are no one trend for optional. There is no one popular optional. It will change every year. Yes, there are certain inputs can be taken. Can I do an optional in 3 months? Can I do an optional in 5 months? This question you can ask yourself. Some option will have a shorter syllabus, so you can do in lesser time. Some option will have a wider syllabus, so it will require more time. So these criteria can be there. Effort required, yes. Again, the time, effort, both are linked. But I would say always interest, and the last should be guide. आपको कहाँ interest develop हो रहा है, कहाँ आपको guidance available है, and parallelly you can analyze the option like what are popular optional, the GS overlap. आप हर चीज को एक factor को सारे factor को consider करके then you do the cost and benefit analysis, and then you come to a conclusion, and this will give you the better outcome. और कई बार ऐसा भी होता है कि कई बार गलत decision making हो जाता है. So I've made a list of points. For example, first go through the list of optional subject. आप एक पूरा list बनाओ, क्या क्या list है. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, maybe cater down to 4 5 subject. आप 5 इसको short list करो, and this short list would be based on very basic information you have. कई बार information नहीं भी होता है. Think of a subject which generates curiosity and interest. Okay, that is the second criteria. Think of the GS topic you like more. Abhi, let's say you are studying UPSC from past 2 months. Now you like history or you like polity. आपने NCERT सबका पढ़ा है, and you like history. Some people like polity. Some people like social issues. Some people like how administration is working, and suddenly you will develop interest. So maybe this can give you an idea that this subject I like. Then based on that you can make a list of subject 4 5 as I mentioned. Then what do you do? जो subject है उनका syllabus download करो. Syllabus and at least 3 4 years of previous year question. जो mains का paper है उसको download करो, previous year questions, and then go through them. See the syllabus. Many times I suggest student that study GS for few maybe few months and then decide the optional. मैं ऐसा क्यों बोलता हूँ? Because students who are beginners, who are novice, they have zero understanding. उनको मुश्किल होता है ये भी लिस्ट करने में कि कौन सा पढ़ना है, कौन सा नहीं पढ़ना है, कौन सा सब्जेक्ट मेरे लिए इंटरेस्टिंग, कौन सा नहीं है. तो कई बार जब आप 2 महीना 3 महीना आप पढ़ लेते हो, when you study for 2 3 months the GS subjects, then you come to a conclusion that this is an interesting subject, this is a not a less interesting subject. Okay, so go through the syllabus, find some basic material. One good basic material is NCERTs. Read the NCERTs. For example, if you want to start sociology, read the NCERT for Indian society. If you want to read public administration, maybe you can read some ARC report, Administrative Reform Commission report, 1 or 2 report. Okay, or you can just do R&D कि उसका syllabus में क्या क्या आता है. For example, polity comes here. So if you have interest on history, just read the NCERTs. If you have interest in geography, read the NCERT geography properly. Geography is a technical subject, so you need to have a command over physical geography. So go through the physical geography material, whether you can understand. Okay, so get some very basic material. और heavy basic material मतलब basic, ये नहीं कि आप standard बहुत heavy university का exam किताब उठा के पढ़ना शुरू कर दिया. It might look heavy. So the suitability of material and guidance is available or not, and that is also a very important criteria. Maybe you can do good in 3 optional, but in optional 1 you have guidance available. Optional 2 less guidance available. Option 3 0 guidance available. So you are on your own here, but here in optional 1 you have guidance, and hence you can minimize your time. आप effort अपना जो less कर सकते हो, and you can go ahead with that. So decision making is something that is very important. Apart from the pointers that I have mentioned here, you can also go with the PDF, see the trend, how past years have been there, which are the popular optionals based on the scores. do some R&D. Okay, आप किसी भी ऑप्शन की कोचिंग पे जाओगे, so they will always tell you pointers which will make you feel, अरे this optional is the best optional, because they'll give you so much, points telling good thing about the optional. So you go to a coaching which is giving geography optional coaching, so they will tell you about, in fact, the whole GS is from geography. That is how they will tell you. Okay, so again, don't go with that. आप अपना बुद्धि लगाओ. You are a 20, 23, 24 years student. You are a mature people, and it is a one time decision in life. I have seen people. मेरे कुछ friends थे, they chose a wrong optional. I know people, when we were giving examination, there were 4 attempts. I know certain people who chose different optional every year. A senior of mine, he's in service right now. He chose a different subject every year. He chose mathematics, then he chose geography, then eventually he chose public administration and got selected. हर साल वो अलग अलग ऑप्शन चूज कर रहे थे, बिकॉज स्कोर नहीं आया प्रीलिम्स, तो दे निकल गया, मेंस नहीं निकल रहा था. And then somebody said, "Arey, you chose the wrong option." Again, you restart. Imagine that my senior right now is the Indian Revenue Service and he's in income tax deputy commissioner, but assistant commissioner. When he started preparing, he basically made a blunder. He blundered for 3-4 times. He could have easily reduced his preparation time if he had chosen the right optional, right guidance. So that is something which is very important. आप थोड़ा time ले लो, analyze कर लो, but go ahead with that as well. You can also do one more thing, that, for example, I'm planning political science for my students. So we are planning political science optional, because the ma'am who takes, she is ready to take online classes. So I said that we can, keep the subject open for few classes, 2, 3 classes, 4 classes, and students, if they find interest, they can choose that. But आप अपना decision लो. We should not, the coaching people should, the information should not be a prime criteria. आप अपना बुद्धि लगाओ और आपको लगता है ना you can do justice, then go ahead with that. I always tell this and I tell it again. Okay, always choose an optional which will give you some basic information, curiosity. आपको कभी भी पढ़ाया जाए आप पढ़ सकते हो उसको. It should not put you to sleep. ऐसा नहीं कि boredom लग रहा है आपको. Make you think out of the box, because examination में जब the scores that you get, you can do justice to the option only when you are able to make your subject as your own. For example, when I chose public administration and when I was ready with public administration and when I started reading it and जब syllabus मैंने complete कर लिया, then I could feel that I can understand public administration, I can see public administration. That was the advantage, I felt, and that showed on the examination, because I was one of the toppers the year which I, did when I gave my mains, the first attempt. So that is where it is important. So you should choose based on these criteria. And remember, any subject you choose, it will have certain technical areas. कोई भी ऐसा subject यहाँ technical नहीं है, ऐसा नहीं होगा, ऐसा नहीं है. For example, when you choose public administration, you have to read a lot about thinkers. If you choose political science, again you have to read thinkers. For philosophy में भी thinkers पढ़ना होगा, anthropology में thinkers पढ़ना होगा, sociology में भी thinkers पढ़ना होगा. So technicality होगा हर subject में, but it will take just a month, 1.5 month, and technicality को आप handle कर ले जाओगे. And then you have to focus on answer writing practice, and that is how you should go ahead with that. Okay, so these are the basic criteria I am going to tell you. When we make things, let's make things forever. तो एक option choose करो और उसको final कर दो, and that is how you should go about. Okay, I'll share this ये जो PDF है यहाँ पे, there are some other information also I'll share with you people. Okay, जैसे ये है PDF. So in this PDF I've analyzed few optional. अगर आप देखोगे, I've given success rate for some optional, and then I've also I've done SWOT analysis of certain optional. कौन-कौन से optional क्या-क्या advantage है? For example, political science optional, it is a non-technical subject. Why you can choose based on the pointers I've mentioned. It is a good subject. It does not require a previous background for you to read. If you can write well, the subject is very good. Anthropology, again a subject taken by engineers, people, little technical, but again a good subject. Then sociology, again a very good. Sociology is the study of society, social interaction, culture. Okay, so again these could be, this subject can be chosen based on these inputs. So you can read the pointers, मैंने pointers बनाए हैं, and if you still feel more input, I can help you with public administration. I can help you with sociology. We have team members who can help with history. We have team members who can help you with political science. So 4 5 optional ऐसे हैं where we can help you in terms of inputs. Okay, and based on that you can decide which option I should go ahead with that. Okay. So these are, you can read it. The reasons for choosing. Again, some people go for literature as optional. Remember, literature is also good scoring optional. And but number of people who chose literature बहुत कम होता है. But here also people do very well in the optional. And remember, the success rate might vary from year to year. Okay. So how should you choose optional? There are multiple criteria, as I mentioned. Pointers you should have in mind. Why do you want to choose? First point is that you should understand the subject. That means you should have interest. Okay. Second is academic background can also be a factor. Do SWOT analysis. SWOT is strength, weakness, opportunity, strength. हर सब्जेक्ट का स्ट्रेंथ, प्रोज एंड कॉन्स को एनालाइज करना बहुत जरूरी है. गो थ्रू प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चन, सी द सिलेबस ऑफ द ऑप्शनल. यू कैन ऑल्सो चेक द सक्सेस रेट. इफ यू वांट टू डू, आपने 4 5 कर लिए तो उसका R&D कर लो. गो एंड मे बी सी टुडे, फॉर्चुनेटली इन यूट्यूब बहुत सारे वीडियोस अवेलेबल है. जस्ट गो एंड सी व्हाट, इनफैक्ट बुक लिस्ट है, वो सारा भी आपको अवेलेबल मिल जाएगा वहां पे. टॉपर्स, मोस्ट ऑफ द गुड टॉपर्स, दे शेयर देयर स्ट्रेटजी ऑफ द ऑप्शनल. वो अपना पूरा ऑप्शन का स्ट्रेटजी शेयर करते हैं, बुक्स बताते हैं, यहाँ से पढ़ो वहां से पढ़ो. Okay, so they share. So today in the age of information, the information is available. Nothing is there which is not available. Okay, so these information will help you, and that should be the basic approach for choosing an option. Okay, and I'll stop start with the question answer thing, and question answer thing से मैं start करता हूँ. I'll unmute each one of you. Okay, you can unmute me, you can ask questions, and then I'll take questions. Whoever wants to speak. इसके बाद I'm going to take public administration का, I'll go discuss public administration optional. If you have any question, you can आप अपने आप को unmute कर लो.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, this is Argo.
Yes, Argo, tell me.
Sir, is there any optional that will help me in ethics, like public administration? Will it help me in ethics?
Yes, it does. Public administration will help you in ethics. Even philosophy will help you in ethics. Some part of the syllabus of psychology भी आपको ethics में help करता है. Okay, so if you try to see the ethics syllabus, there is a report also in public administration, second ARC report, ethics of governance, ethics in governance. So that is a very important part. वो syllabus का काफी part cover होता है वहाँ से. Okay.
And sir, वो sociology help करेगा ethics में?
बिल्कुल help करेगा. Sociology will help you in paper 1 Indian society, paper 2 social justice. Again, paper 1, paper 2 में social issues are there where it will be help. Sociology will help you in essay also. Okay. But one small warning I always give with sociology is that कि sociology में आपको थोड़ा technical, you have to develop the writing skills in sociology. That will take some time. So you can assume that you have to do a lot of writing. Writing skill बहुत अच्छा काम करना पड़ता है sociology में. Because sociology answers you'll get marks only when you have reached a level of sociological language. Public administration और इन सब में थोड़ा language आप फिर भी develop कर ले जाते हो, but for that you have to make an extra effort. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Who else? Any question? Ask me. किसी कोई सवाल है?
हेलो सर.
Yes, बेटा.
सर
शाश्वती. Yes, शाश्वती. Tell me बेटा.
सर मेरा सवाल ये है कि सर एथिक्स पेपर में आप बोल रहे थे ना अभी कि पब्लिक एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन हेल्प कर सकता है, तो सर ये जो एथिक्स में एक बुलेट में दिया गया है, कंट्रीब्यूशंस ऑफ मॉरल थिंकर्स एंड फिलोसोफर्स फ्रॉम इंडिया एंड वर्ल्ड, सर इस बारे में क्या हेल्प कर सकता है? और सर ये जो मॉरल थिंकर्स है इंडिया और वर्ल्ड के, सर ये मतलब क्या इंडिकेट कर रहा है, किन लोगों को इंडिकेट कर रहा है कि किन लोगों को हम करें और किन लोगों को हम छोड़े?
बहुत सारे थिंकर्स हैं जिनका आप पढ़ते हो, आप गांधीयन फिलोसफी पढ़ते हो, अम्बेडकर की थ्योरी पढ़ते हो, आप जो है कॉन्फ्यूशियस का थ्योरी पढ़ते हो। तो थिंकर्स तो बहुत सारे हैं। सम पीपल हैव सोशियोलॉजी के कुछ थिंकर्स हैं, कुछ जनरल थिंकर्स हैं। आप प्लेटो को पढ़ते हो, एरिस्टोटल पढ़ते हो, दीज आर थिंकर्स फ्रॉम पॉलिटिकल साइंस। तो ऐसा थिंकर इन जनरल की बात हो रही है, who give you ethical, a thinker who is giving you, who's helping you to understand the science of ethics, who's helping you to understand the dynamics of ethics, वो उनको लेते हैं। अभी ऐसे तो बहुत सारे थिंकर्स हो सकते हैं, बट हम क्या करते हैं कि हम एक इंपॉर्टेंट लिस्ट बना लेते हैं। फॉर इंडियन कंटेक्स्ट में आप हमेशा गांधी की बात करोगे, यू विल टॉक अबाउट गांधीयन थ्योरी। सो गांधी was a big moral force in Indian thinking even today. We talk about Gandhism, Gandhian theory or Gandhism, so the Gram Swaraj and all. तो इसलिए वो जो लिस्ट है ना थिंकर का कौन कौन सा पढ़ना है, मैं आपको लिस्ट आप कहोगे तो प्रोवाइड कर दूंगा। जो हमारे सर है एथिक्स जो लेते हैं, मानस, ही कवर्स ऑल ऑफ देम वेरी थरली। और ऐसा नहीं कि वो एक सब्जेक्ट का थिंकर है, वो जनरल थिंकर्स हैं जो डिफरेंट सब्जेक्ट से आते हैं, ठीक है ना। तो उसमें पब्लिक एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन के थिंकर्स जो आप पढ़ रहे हैं उनमें से एक दो थिंकर वहां से भी आएंगे, एक दो थिंकर आपके साइकोलॉजी से भी आएंगे, एक दो थिंकर आपके पॉलिटिकल साइंस बैकग्राउंड से भी आएंगे जो एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन रन करने के लिए। फॉर एग्जांपल द पॉलिटिकल साइंस सब्जेक्ट टॉक्स अबाउट पॉलिटिक्स, आर्ट ऑफ रनिंग द कंट्रीज पॉलिटिक्स, ओके, द प्रिंसिपल्स, द मॉरल प्रिंसिपल्स आल्सो। सो पीपल हु आर इन्फ्लुएंसिंग दोज आइडियाज विल बी डिस्कस्ड। Similarly, when you talk about administration, we always talk about Gandhi. We always talk about people, the Indian leaders. We talk about Nehru. We talk about, there were thinkers like Aurobindo Ghosh. So there could be multiple people, who could be there. But again, कुछ हम लोग लिस्ट बनाते हैं पॉइंट वंस का, उन्हीं को हम डिस्कस करते हैं। यूपीएससी ने स्पेसिफिकली स्पेसिफाई नहीं किया है कि कौन कौन से थिंकर्स होंगे, ठीक है।
यस सर, वो पीडीएफ कैसे मिलेंगे सर?
उसका लिस्ट बनवाना पड़ेगा मुझे एक बार मैं अपने जो हम लोग का एथिक्स का बुकलेट जो मटेरियल है उसमें मुझे चेक करना पड़ेगा। वो सारा मटेरियल होगा, मिल जाएगा। एंड आई थिंक अगर आप गूगल भी करोगे तो आपको एथिक्स में थोड़ा कम मिलेगा नेट पे ऑनलाइन। बट इफ यू वांट सम हेल्प, मुझे देखना पड़ेगा, मुझे उसको प्रिपेयर कराना पड़ेगा अलग से, ठीक है सरस्वती? तो हाँ, ठीक है, चलो। Any questions, guys? You can ask me. It's open session. No questions? किसी कोई और सवाल है बेटा? Anyone? Should I stop for the day?
सर मेरा एक और सवाल है।
मैं पब्लिक एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन, हाँ किसका?
मैं शाश्वती हूँ।
हाँ शाश्वती बताइए।
सर सवाल ये है
बताइए
कि सर पॉलिटिकल साइंस ऑप्शनल में मैं एक जगह देख रही थी कि वहाँ पे पॉलिटिकल साइंस अगर आप ऑप्शनल में लोगे तो आपको मतलब कुछ महान हस्तियों के नाम, उनका सोच, हाँ ये सब देना पड़ता है। पर जीएस में मतलब जनरल स्टडीज में हम जब पॉलिटिकल आंसर लिखते हैं तब अपना भी लिखना पड़ता है और उनका नहीं देना पड़ता है। तो क्या ये इन्फॉर्मेशन सही है सर?
बिल्कुल सही है। जनरल स्टडीज के आंसर जनरल होने चाहिए। फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इफ देयर इज अ थ्योरी, इफ देयर इज अ जनरल स्टडीज का आंसर आप लिख रहे हो और वो पॉलिटिकल साइंस से जुड़ा हुआ सब्जेक्ट है, तो आप टेक्निकल इंफॉर्मेशन वहां दोगे तो आपको नंबर नहीं मिलेगा। यू हैव टू गिव इंफॉर्मेशन विच इज नॉन टेक्निकल। यू हैव टू, जनरल स्टडीज का आंसर जनरल लेवल पे डिस्कस करना होगा। लेट्स से देयर इज अ टॉपिक ऑन एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन, जैसे मान लो लोकल विलेज एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन है, ठीक है ना, विलेज एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन की बात करते हैं या लोकल डिस्ट्रिक्ट एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन की बात करते हैं। तो डिस्ट्रिक्ट एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन की बात करते हैं और आप, इट इज अ पॉलिटिकल साइंस सब्जेक्ट आल्सो, सिविक्स का भी सब्जेक्ट है, इट इज पार्ट ऑफ पॉलिटिकल साइंस और पब्लिक एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन आल्सो। ओके, तो अभी आप क्या कर रहे हो, आप टेक्निकल जो अंडरस्टैंडिंग है आपका पॉलिटिकल साइंस का या फिर आपका पब्लिक एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन का, अगर वो लिखोगे आंसर में जीएस में, तो आपका नंबर कट हो जाएगा। आपको जनरल स्टडीज का जनरल आंसर लिखना पड़ेगा। ओके,
मतलब सर जब हम जीएस के बारे में बात बोल रही हूँ कि अगर जीएस में हम आंसर लिख रहे हैं तो गलती से भी हम कोई मतलब जो स्कॉलर है उनका नाम मेंशन नहीं करेंगे, सिर्फ अपना पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू के तरफ
नो,
से ही करेंगे ना।
आपको अवॉइड करना होगा, आपको टेक्निकल वर्ड भी अवॉइड करना होगा जीएस के आंसर्स में। आपको अभी लिखना पड़ेगा बेटा, आपको ये बात ऐसे समझा रहा हूँ तो मोटा मोटी ऐसे मालूम हो जा रहा है, बट यू हैव टू राइट आंसर्स टू अंडरस्टैंड दिस। maybe when you will write, I'll explain you this is technical, you should avoid it. Okay, a mentor should evaluate your answer. एक mentor आपके आंसर को evaluate करके आपको help करेगा, तब आपको समझ में आएगा बेटर से इसको। टेक्निकल थिंकर का व्यू पॉइंट, टेक्निकल वर्ड्स ऑप्शनल के आप जीएस में मत ले आना, अदरवाइज मार्क्स डिडक्ट होने का चांस रहेगा। ओके,
और सर हिस्ट्री ऑप्शनल में तो सर कोई भी मतलब हिस्ट्री ऑप्शनल में तो सर रोमिला थापर या फिर कोई भी हिस्टोरियन कुछ बोलते हैं, वो सर ऑप्शनल में भी ऑप्शनल में तो हम देंगे ही देंगे, पर जीएस में भी क्या ये अलाउड नहीं है सर? जैसे कि
अलाउड की बात नहीं है, अलाउड की बात नहीं है। हिस्ट्री में पहली बात तो आपको बहुत कम सवाल मिलेगा, हिस्ट्री में आपको मॉडर्न हिस्ट्री से मैक्सिमम क्वेश्चन मिलते हैं, तो क्वेश्चन ही ऐसे आएंगे कि आप थिंकर को यूज नहीं कर पाओगे। करोगे तो दे डू नॉट वांट somebody having a technical knowledge who get advantage in GS answers, तो इसलिए वो पेनलाइज करते हैं। because if you show your knowledge of technical subject in the GS answers, then they will penalize you because it is a GS answer. The answer has to be general. You can't write technical there, and that is why you get less marks. ठीक है?
Hello sir, this is Nayandeep. Are you hearing me?
Yes, I can listen to you, Nayan. Tell me.
Sir, actually I have one question, that do we choose two different papers for optional 1 and 2?
No, there are only one paper. You have to choose one subject, and within that one subject there will be paper 1, paper 2.
Okay sir. And sir, the thing is that, like, means if I am interested for political science and if I go through that, then what are the benefits? Suppose sir, in the paper GS paper 2 we have the political science syllabus, right? So sir, in that paper what should we do? That is it helpful for, means that covers most of the current affairs part, so will it sir, so sir,
it helps you. It helps you in the polity, and it also helps in international relations. The political science optional का जो subject का नाम है, that is political science and international relations. So whatever Indian constitution, governance, not much of governance, but Indian constitution, parliament, rights, center-state relations. At the same time, you study about constitutional law. You study about international relations, bilateral relations, international theories. Okay, so when you study that, GS paper 2 is almost covered entirely except social justice. So GS paper 2 आपको नहीं पढ़ना पड़ेगा.
So sir,
okay?
can I
the syllabus is common.
Sir, can I have some PDF or
same thing is true with public administration also. Same thing is true with public administration also. आप एक काम करो, you take GS paper 2 syllabus and take political science syllabus and try to see that you'll match it. I'll show you one thing. मैं आपको political science का दिखाता हूँ, मैं public admin का दिखाता हूँ आपको. मैंने political science का तो नहीं बनाया, but since I'm taking public administration, I'll show you. Now you can see the public administration syllabus with me right now. Can you see that, everybody?
Yes sir. Yes sir.
Okay. Now you can see convergence with GS. मैंने topic wise convergence यहाँ mention कर रखा है, देखो. Okay, so topic wise आप कौन कौन सा टॉपिक कॉमन है दोनों के सिलेबस में, ये पूरा टॉपिक आपके जीएस पेपर 2 में भी है, एंड दीस टॉपिक्स आर देयर इन दिस समवेयर. इवन पेपर 3 में देयर आर सम पीपल टॉपिक्स, डिजास्टर मैनेजमेंट, प्लानिंग. सो दीस आर टॉपिक्स कॉमन इन जीएस पेपर 3, द ऑप्शनल पेपर सिलेबस. इवन इन एथिक्स आई हैव मेंशन्ड कि एथिक्स में क्या क्या है. ओके, सो अगर आप देखोगे एसए में, इनफैक्ट मैंने यहाँ मेंशन कर रखा है कि पब्लिक एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन और एसए से जुड़ा हुआ टॉपिक पिछले कई सालों में कौन कौन से ऐसे आए हैं जो पब्लिक एडमिन टॉपिक से जुड़े हुए हैं. सो सिमिलरली सेम इज क्वाइट ट्रू विद पॉलिटिकल साइंस आल्सो. इनफैक्ट इन पॉलिटिकल साइंस एंड पब्लिक एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन सिलेबस में बहुत कुछ कॉमन होता है. इफ यू इन पॉलिटिकल साइंस इज वेरी मच कॉमन विद पब्लिक एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन बिकॉज पॉलिटिकल साइंस इज द मदर ऑफ पब्लिक एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन. ओके, तो इसलिए मैं आपको बता रहा हूँ कॉमनैलिटीज होते हैं. आप बेस्ट तरीका है कि आप सिलेबस उठाओ एंड मैच द सिलेबस, यू विल फाइंड दैट. GS पेपर 2 सिलेबस उठाओ एंड मैच एंड सी द सिलेबस ऑफ पॉलिटिकल साइंस, यू विल गेट दैट इंफॉर्मेशन. ओके नैन?
Hello, sir. Hello,
Yes.
sir. It's Ganeshwar here.
Yes, Ganeshwar, tell me.
Sir, I'm a medical graduate, and my question is that, sir. Hello.
Yes, yes.
Sir, am I
Please
audible?
come. You're audible. You're audible.
Yes, sir, I'm a medical graduate, and I'm going to opt for a medical science as an optional. Sir, will it be a voice choice
Yes,
to
sir.
opt for medical science as an optional, or can I go for an anthropology?
My understanding, as per my understanding, people from medical science, they have chosen medical science also as a subject. I know people who got very good rank in in UPSC and who chose medical science as a subject. So you can go with medical science. Then there are also situations where anthro is also a good subject. In fact, people from technical background, if you have a background with medical science, which means anthro has some areas which common with biology, so they
Yes,
help
sir.
you in that
Yes.
area. So you can choose either of these optional. I do not know the syllabus of medical science because
But sir,
you understand better the
it's a
syllabus.
very vast syllabus,
See
man, sir.
the syllabus of medical science. Sorry,
There is a very vast syllabus
vast
for medical
syllabus.
science, sir. Yes, sir.
Syllabus is vast. Okay, okay.
Yes.
Then do one thing: analyze the syllabus of anthropology. Anthropology is also a good subject
Yes, sir. Yes.
because if medical science seems big to you, then you can maybe avoid medical science.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Anybody else? Should I?
Sir, can I have
So I'll
send?
take one or two more questions.
Hello, sir.
हाँ नैन बताओ बेटा.
सर क्या मुझे वैसा वो मिल सकता है, वैसा PDF जैसा आपने उसके लिए पब्लिक एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन के लिए शो करा था?
I have to ask my political science teacher to prepare that. Okay, so we'll have a strategy session on political science in coming week, I think. Maybe I'll ask her to prepare something like that. Okay.
सर एंड लास्ट क्वेश्चन सर, क्या मुझे सर बुक का लिस्ट मिल सकता है सर कि किसके लिए क्या तैयारी करना है? जैसे सर एक और क्वेश्चन था पॉलिटिकल साइंस से रिलेटेड, क्या पॉलिटिकल साइंस में सर पॉलिटिकल थॉट्स और ये सारे जो चैप्टर्स थे जो हमारे ग्रेजुएशन में थे वो सब भी कवर होगा, या सिर्फ पॉलिटिकल साइंस में इंडियन गवर्नेंस और इंटरनेशनल रिलेशंस एंड लाइक सच दैट?
इन पॉलिटिकल साइंस ऑप्शनल अभी हम लोग उसका ऑनलाइन क्लास प्लान कर रहे हैं स्टार्ट करने का, एंड यू कैन अटेंड द सेशन आल्सो. यू कैन अटेंड द सिलेबस, आप एक बार देख सकते हो उसको. तो उसमें पॉलिटिकल साइंस का जो मैम जो सेशन लेंगी, शी विल cover the entire syllabus point by point. That means the thinkers, the political thought, everything will be covered. Same is true for all the subject. If I am a teacher, I should cover every part of the syllabus. एक एक word मुझे, एक एक point मुझे cover करना चाहिए syllabus का. Okay.
So sir, can I have coaching classes in your institute?
You can attend few lectures if you can attend we'll have a session in the coming week, and you can attend the lectures and feel that things are okay, you can go ahead with that. Okay. For example, Komal ma'am, who's going to take the subject, that she is my full-time faculty at Delhi Institute for political science. Okay.
And sir, how much time it will require to cover the whole of the syllabus? Means like sir, means a few
Around 180 hours to 200 hours. One minimum 160-170 hours चाहिए होगा of class. Which means if you are attending 2-hour class, which means you need to get some 85-90 lectures.
And
ठीक है ना?
that could be available online, or we have to take it from institute?
No, it is available online. It will be available online this year.
And how much we have to pay for that, or is that free, sir?
That is no, nothing is. It will not be free because nobody would going to teach you 200 hours, for free, right? Okay, so they can just give you inputs, but they can't teach you for 200 hours. Uh, the course fees and all that is something that team people, my team people will tell you. Okay, but it will be quite, it will be less than the the offline coaching. The offline coaching will be twice the cost of the online one. The online will be cheaper quite. Okay,
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
so you can contact the team members. They can help you with that. Any more questions, guys?
Sir, this is Divya here.
Vidya,
Sir. Sir,
please
I'm
come again.
from science background. So I'm from science background.
Okay.
I've seen sociology syllabus and it seemed good to me, but I'm not aware of those technicalities as you said, as you mentioned earlier in this session. So, sir, is it a wise decision to take sociology?
Well, as far as technicalities are concerned, I think you have to study the technical books for that.
Yes, sir.
And read those books. I think those technicalities are clear. You will not face much.
Okay. Sir, I'm not aware of this books and all, as it is a new subject for me. But when I saw its syllabus, so I can relate something ki, I can do this if I am going through it. So what should I do, sir?
Pick the class 11th and class 12th sociology books and start reading them. And then decide whether you enjoy the subject or not. Okay, that is the basic criteria you can do.
Okay,
as far as the technicalities are concerned, for that you have to go for standard books. आपको standard books पढ़ना पड़ेगा. And once you read the standard books, you have to read some good standard books, maybe 1 or 2 books. After that, ये जो पूरा subject है वो काफी अच्छा हो जाएगा, familiar हो जाएगा, and you'll be able to develop command. Okay, it will require 2-3 months of effort. Remember.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so that. Okay, chalo. So that is all for today, guys. Any more questions? So, अगर कोई question है, or should I close?
सर, जैसे कि आप सर पाबैट में जैसे आप दिखाया ना कि जीएस के साथ क्या क्या सिमिलरिटी है, तो सर हिस्ट्री में भी तो बहुत सारे सिमिलरिटीज है. तो क्या सर ऐसे भी कोई ऐसा कोई पीडीएफ आप अभी आपके पास है जो हम देख सकते हैं अभी?
बेटा आप एक काम करो, आप इसमें गूगल करोगे आपको इन्फॉर्मेशन मिल जाएगा कहीं ना कहीं, और नहीं मिलेगा तो आप हिस्ट्री का सिलेबस और इसका सिलेबस को मैच करो, आपको ये सारे पॉइंटर्स मिल जाएंगे.
अच्छा सर.
ठीक है. सी आई एम अ पब्लिक एडमिशन टीचर. मैंने गाइड किया, बच्चों को पढ़ाया मैंने पब्लिक एडमिशन में, सो आई नो दीस थिंग्स इन डेप्थ. सो इट इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट फॉर मी टू स्पीक अबाउट अदर सब्जेक्ट, एंड इट इज नॉट राइट ऑल्सो. Yes, I do have an understanding of some subject based on the popular understanding of, because I'm a mentor in the area. But if the technicalities are concerned, the technicalities will always will be handled by the technical person. So it is better and advisable also that somebody who is a guide and mentor वो आपको ज़्यादा बताया ज़्यादा better. I can give some superficial information. And आप एक बार best काम ये होगा कि आप syllabus को map करो and see the areas which are common. And you can also maybe you can see some blogs and WordPress or many toppers who have written. बहुत सारे लोग articles लिखते हैं. I'm sure in the last 10 years multiple people have written. आप वहाँ से उनको उठा के देखो, वो लोग भी I'm sure they must have discussed these points. Okay.
Okay.
Sir,
so that is all.
Sir, I have one question, sir.
हाँ निश्चय बता बेटा.
In comparison to history and political science, which one is the better option to choose?
Come again. Political science and
history. Between political science and history, which one is better subject? Because I have interest in history, and a little more equally in political science as well. But whenever I history, I feel that I have little more interest in that. That is the thing, sir. कि दोनों में से कौन सा ऑप्शन चूज करना बेटर होगा सर?
मैं अपना व्यू बताऊं?
Yes sir. Yes sir.
मेरा व्यू में पॉलिटिकल साइंस इज अ बेटर ऑप्शन.
Okay.
अगेन बट आपको दोनों में अगर इंटरेस्ट आ रहा है,
because I have interest in both the subjects, because in at comparison to other subjects, in history and political science में मेरा starting के interest है. That's why I'm not feeling which one is the better choice.
From syllabus point of view, history is little long. That is one common difference I can tell.
Actually, I thought earlier, sir, I was thinking to take history as optional. I was planning to do that. So, in that respect, I was going to ask you in near future, sir, for that respect. तो हिंदी पॉलिटिकल साइंस और हिस्ट्री दोनों में मेरा इंटरेस्ट है इक्वली तो दैट हिंदी मैं कौन सा चूज करूं बिकॉज़ वी डोंट हैव टू सब्जेक्ट ऑप्शनल तो इफ वी हैड तो मैं दोनों चूज करता तो अभी चिंता वैसा नहीं है तो कौन सा बेटर होता
देखो बेटा मतलब मैं अपनी अंडरस्टैंडिंग से बताता हूं तो आई से पॉलिटिकल साइंस इज अ बेटर ऑप्शनल But again, history is also good subject. I'm not saying that. और मैं काम करता हूँ. Maybe I can plan I'll ask my history faculty. थोड़ा वो इधर busy है. He's not available. But if he's available, he can take a strategy session on history also. History optional. तो आप उसको attend करके देख लो एक बार. ठीक है. और I'll arrange एक call आपका arrange करा दूंगा मैं. ठीक है. तो आप उनसे एक बार बात करना. But I think my own understanding because he's a history graduate. He's a history, he has done, he's a gold medalist of Delhi University, both at the graduation and the post-graduation level. So he's a history guy. So naturally, everybody will tell about their subject better. जो सब आप पढ़ते हो आपको better आप उसके बारे में बताओगे. So he can help you with just inputs about history. For political science, you need inputs from political science guy. तो आप दोनों जगह से input ले लो and then you decide कौन सा option आपके लिए better है.
In your view, sir, which one is better, sir?
मेरे हिसाब से पॉलिटिकल साइंस बेटर है बिकॉज ऑफ मल्टीपल रीजन. द फर्स्ट इज पॉलिटिकल साइंस हैज लेसर सिलेबस. द सेकंड रीजन इज दैट पॉलिटिकल साइंस विल हैव लार्जर कन्वर्जेंस विद जीएस सिलेबस. द थर्ड थिंग इज दैट पॉलिटिकल साइंस इन जनरल विल बी यूज्ड एवरीवेयर. मतलब आप कहीं पढ़ा करो वहां पढ़ने में आपको मिलेगा. बट एज आई मेंशन्ड दीज क्राइटेरिया शुड नॉट डिसाइड यू फॉर चूजिंग एन ऑप्शन. ये भी क्राइटेरिया है बट दीज आर नॉट इंपॉर्टेंट क्राइटेरिया. इंपॉर्टेंट क्राइटेरिया इज इंटरेस्ट. ओके. For example, people choose mathematics. उनको इंटरेस्ट हो मैथमेटिक्स में बहुत अच्छा स्कोर करते हैं. हमें सिलेक्शन पाना है. दैट इज आवर प्राइम क्राइटेरिया. हमको किसी भी तरह सिलेक्शन लेके आना है और सिलेक्शन लेने के आने के लिए मुझे कोई भी ऑप्शन अगर ठीक लगता है तो मैं ऑप्शन को लूंगा. ठीक है ना.
So initially my first
that is how
history, sir. So if I pursue with history for now, it won't be any problem, sir.
नहीं कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं होगा.
Then also I
प्रॉब्लम नहीं होगा आपको जी.
Sir, then also I should suggest कि मैं एक बार वो दोनों लेना चाहूँगा सर कि ताकि मैं क्लियर हो सकूँ सर. तो मेरे को फर्दर हेल्प मिलेगा. I should suggest it. पर आप
एक काम करो. आप हिस्ट्री का एनसीईआरटीज पढ़ो. 11-12 का एनसीईआरटीज पढ़ो और उसके बाद आप पॉलिटी का भी एनसीईआरटी पढ़ो और उसके बाद देखो कि कहाँ आपको अच्छा लगता है. सिलेबस से मैपिंग करो. सिलेबस में देखो कितना टाइम लगेगा. ये सारे क्राइटेरियाज को सामने रखो फिर आप डिसाइड करो. आप जो पॉलिटी पढ़ोगे हिस्ट्री का इकोनॉमी का हिस्ट्री का एंड एज वेल एज पॉलिटिकल साइंस दैट विल एनीवे विल हेल्प यू इन द प्रिपरेशन ऑफ यूपीएससी. ओके. पढ़ना तो उनको वैसे भी है एंड दैट विल हेल्प यू इन मे बी गेटिंग मोर इन्फॉर्मेशन अबाउट दैट. ठीक है
सर. नयनदीप बोल रहे हैं सर. हेलो.
हाँ नयन बताओ.
सर लास्ट चीज ये पूछना था. जैसे हम डीयू थर्ड ईयर में है. हमारा पॉलिटिकल इस पर पब्लिक एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन आने वाला है सर पेपर में. तो सर आप बता सकते हैं कि पब्लिक एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन के लिए ऐसा बुक जो कि मेरा ग्रेजुएशन लेवल पे भी काम चल जाए और वही बुक मेरा यूपीएससी के लिए भी काम चल जाए.
एक बहुत सारी किताबें हैं. आई थिंक देयर इज अ पब्लिक एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन बुक बाय फाडिया एंड फाडिया. बीएल फाडिया की किताब है. Then there is a IGNOU के notes and they are very prime source of students. IGNOU के BA के notes हैं which students refer all the time. And same is true with there are other books also. There are specific topics के लिए books हैं. The Sarma and Sadhana book is there. Then administrative thinkers के लिए you have Prasad and Prasad. Okay, so these are books which are any day will help you in both the areas. In fact, जो common books हैं आपको इधर भी help करेगा उधर भी help करेगा. Because syllabus largely same है. जो same syllabus का part है, the books will be same. If you want to keep safe, you can go with the IGNOU notes because IGNOU note will help you in the graduation as well as in the same thing.
क्योंकि जैसे कि हमारा पॉलिटिकल, जैसे IGP, इंडियन गवर्नमेंट्स एंड पॉलिटिक्स, जो कि सेकेंड ईयर में हमारा पेपर था, तो सर इसमें हम लोग को प्रिफर किया गया था कि आप या तो BL फाइडिया करो या तो M लक्ष्मीकांत। तो हम लोगों ने सर M लक्ष्मीकांत करा, जिसका अभी भी बेनिफिट मिल रहा है हम लोगों को। तो सर वैसा ही आप अगर मतलब बिल्कुल एग्जैक्टली मतलब ऑप्शन ना देके बिल्कुल एकदम बोल दें कि नहीं यही पे ले लो, तो सर वो मेरे लिए ज्यादा बेनिफिशियल हो सकता है सर।
बेटा एक बात बताओ मुझे, मैंने अभी आपका सिलेबस देखो, आई कांट टेल यू अबाउट कि भाई आपका सब्जेक्ट में सिलेबस क्या था। सब्जेक्ट का सिलेबस मेरे पास सामने होगा तो मैं इन्फॉर्मेशन आपको दे पाऊंगा। आई नो द पब्लिक एडमिन सिलेबस, आई डू नॉट नो द सिलेबस ऑफ ग्रेजुएशन। तो वो इन्फॉर्मेशन मेरे पास होता तो आई कुड हैव हेल्प्ड यू। इफ यू थिंक आप वन सोर्स लेना है तो आप, एवरी सोर्स इज गुड, यू जस्ट पिक वन सोर्स और उसी पे आप लगातार काम करो। अगर आपको लगता है कि BL फाडिया अगर उन्होंने बताया है, गो हेड विद दैट। BL फाडिया इज गुड बुक। ओनली प्रॉब्लम विद BL फाडिया इज दैट BL फाडिया बहुत बल्कि है, इन्फॉर्मेशन बहुत ज्यादा है, यू हैव टू स्टडी फिल्टर्ड अप्रोच करना पड़ेगा आपको। ओके, अनलाइक दैट इग्नू नोट्स रिलेटिवली आपको थोड़ा सा स्ट्रक्चर्ड मिलेगा। ओके,
थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू सर।
so that is all for, okay, chalo, that is all for today guys, and I'll be taking now next 10 minutes I'll be discussing about public administration as optional. Now one basic question is that some students who are public admin people, I'll be discussing this part.
Excuse
Now why public administration? Yes.
सर मुझे कुछ क्वेश्चन पूछना है आपसे।
हाँ खुशबू बताइए।
सर मुझे पूछना है, जैसे मैंने मास्टर्स इन कंप्यूटर एप्लीकेशन करा हुआ है, तो क्या मैं एग्रीकल्चर ऑप्शनल सब्जेक्ट ले सकती हूँ?
मास्टर इन कंप्यूटर एप्लीकेशन किया है आपने?
हाँ जी।
तो MCA का जो एग्रीकल्चर से कोई लेना नहीं है, आप ले सकते हो, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है। ऑप्शनल चूज करने के लिए देयर आर नो क्राइटेरिया, तो आप एग्रीकल्चर ले सकते हो।
मैंने ना अभी एग्रीकल्चर का सिलेबस देख रही थी, तो उसमें मतलब कुछ भी मतलब बहुत सी कुछ चीजें जो है वो 11th-12th वाले सिलेबस में कुछ बहुत मतलब लिमिटेड चीज है जो मैच कर रही है, बाकी कुछ भी हर एक चीज न्यू दिख रही है उसमें।
हाँ, एग्रीकल्चर थोड़ा टेक्निकल सब्जेक्ट है बेटा, नया मिलेगा ही उसमें। एग्रीकल्चर व्हेन यू आर स्टडीइंग फॉर ऑप्शनल, ऑप्शनल इज टेक्निकल, वो टेक्निकल लेवल पे जाएंगे। तो आपको इनफैक्ट बायो वाले जो बच्चे होते हैं उनको एग्रीकल्चर से काफी चीजें कॉमन मिलेंगी। जो साइंस स्टूडेंट्स हैं उनको थोड़ा एडवांटेज मिलेगा एग्रीकल्चर में, बिकॉज एग्रीकल्चर में साइंटिफिक चीजें भी डिस्कस्ड होंगी वहां पे आई थिंक।
तो सर अब क्या मुझे जाना चाहिए या मतलब इसको लेना चाहिए या नहीं करना चाहिए आपके पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से?
एग्रीकल्चर बेटा बहुत ही मतलब प्रॉपर ऑप्शनल तो नहीं है। एग्रीकल्चर बैकग्राउंड होता है मतलब पढ़ाई का, तो BSc एग्रीकल्चर जो किया होता तो मे बी आई वुड हैव एडवाइज्ड यू, है ना। फिर इट्स लाइक आपको पूरा एक सब्जेक्ट को अलग से पूरा ग्रेजुएशन लेवल तक पढ़ाई करनी पड़ेगी। मैं ये नहीं कहता हूँ कि एग्रीकल्चर नहीं लिया सकता है। द ओनली पॉइंट आई एम मेंशनिंग दैट यू कैन चूज एग्रीकल्चर, बट यू हैव टू बी रेडी फॉर द ग्रिल। आपको जो ग्रिल एग्रीकल्चर में जो करना पड़ेगा, पढ़ना पड़ेगा, उसके लिए आपको मेंटली तैयार रहना पड़ेगा। क्योंकि जो सब्जेक्ट होता है वो टेक्निकल होता है, जो कॉमन लेमैन में आप पढ़ रहे हो वहां से इतना आपको हेल्प नहीं मिलेगा। कोई एरिया टॉपिक हो सकता है जहां से आपको हेल्प मिल जाए, बट इन जनरल जो सब्जेक्ट होता है वो टेक्निकल लेवल पे जाना पड़ेगा, ठीक है। बिकॉज UPSC का एग्जाम है तो ग्रेजुएशन लेवल से वो एक लेवल ऊपर जाएंगे, सो डेफिनेटली दे विल एक्सपेक्ट द टेक्निकलिटीज ऑफ द सब्जेक्ट, तो वो तो पढ़ना पड़ेगा। और एज फार एज द सिलेबस एग्रीकल्चर के बारे में मैं इससे ज्यादा बताना मेरे लिए मुश्किल ये भी है क्योंकि एग्रीकल्चर मेरा सब्जेक्ट नहीं है, बट मुझे इतना पता है कि GS से उसका कन्वर्जेंस बहुत कम है आपको, एंड हेंस यू हैव टू रीड लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स व्हिच इज आउटसाइड GS, ठीक है ना।
ठीक है सर।
चलिए, so that is all. I'll stop the question answer this thing and then I'll tell about public administration. तो जो लोग अगर क्लास में भी बाकी लोग चले गए हैं, तो people who have, आप लोग चाहो तो रुक सकते हो, you can see the public administration डाउट जो मैं डिस्कस करूंगा and the areas. The question comes in that what is public administration and why public administration. So I'll just what is public administration as a subject. Public administration is a subject which is about study of administration. In fact, it has two aspects. One is the theory and the second is the practice, or you can say the application. The theory is understanding the subject. So what is the meaning of public administration? Meaning of public administration is, administration का मतलब क्या होता है? Administration का मतलब होता है to take care. So you have to take care of the public. So public administration is a subject which will help you or tell you how do you take care of the public. Okay. So कल को जब आप सर्विस पे जाओगे, this is what you're going to do tomorrow. Tomorrow when you go in service, you will be, in fact जब ट्रेनिंग होता है तो आपको पब्लिक एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन के बारे में ही बताया जाएगा. स्टूडेंट्स हु आर पब्लिक एडमिन ग्रेजुएट, उनको लगता है कि ट्रेनिंग में उनको कुछ नया मिल ही नहीं रहा है. Why? Because everything they learn is practically covered in the public admin subject. So public administration is about studying, is knowing about administration, how to take care of people. Largely there are two papers, paper 1 and paper 2. Paper 1 जो है वो पब्लिक एडमिन सब्जेक्ट के बारे में बात करता है, डिसिप्लिन के बारे में बात करता है. And public administration as a subject is a technical subject also, remember, because it looks and tries to understand that how do we understand administration को हमको कैसे समझना है, कैसे administration की technicalities. People who are the part of the administration, they need to understand the administration from a technical point also. For example, how do you lead a team? How do you manage the organization? Tomorrow जब when you go on the ground, so you will have a team of people जिनको आपको handle करना होगा, address करना होगा. So in public administration, you theory a lot about administrative theories आप पढ़ते हो. You study about administrative theories. So now these administrative theories are common administrative theories. So ये कहाँ से आता है? They borrow heavily from business administration. अब administration तो administration है, whether business or private. Okay, so they borrow heavily from business administration. So people who have done MBA or BBA, उनको यहाँ पे थोड़ा help मिलता है because they have read that. So that is the paper 1 part. You will study about how government is formed. वो सारा चीजें भी रहता है. Then paper 2 is about Indian administration. Paper 1 को आप subject को technically समझ लेते हो, and then you go for the application part, which is Indian administration. So you understand Indian administration. You apply the concept of paper 1 in the paper 2. जो आप अच्छा यहाँ पे जो आप theories पढ़ोगे तो यहाँ बहुत सारे thinkers ही पढ़ोगे. Thinkers who told कि how हम management को कैसे अच्छा करें, how administration को कैसे हम efficiency attain करें, how we are able to attain efficiency at the same time effectiveness in the administration. तो वो thinkers को काफी पढ़ना होता है. In fact, almost 40 to 50% आपका जो पेपर 1 होता है वो थिंकर बेस्ड होता है. इनफैक्ट 60% मैं कहूँगा. सो ये थिंकर पे आपको काम करना होता है, एंड दे कवर ऑलमोस्ट half of your time, almost 70% of your time in the studies. एक बार thinkers वाला पार्ट आपका रेडी हो गया, then you'll be able to understand, because you have to apply these thinkers to Indian administration. आपको thinkers की जो understanding आपको apply करना होता है, समझना होता है in the context. So paper 2 is Indian administration. तो Indian administration मतलब आप constitution पढ़ोगे, polity पढ़ोगे, governance पढ़ोगे, and that automatically is same with GS paper 2. At the same time आप security भी पढ़ोगे, आप इकोनॉमिक्स से कुछ कॉन्सेप्ट्स भी पढ़ोगे. ओके, एंड दीज इकोनॉमिक कॉन्सेप्ट जो पढ़ोगे जीएस पेपर 3 का पार्ट हो जाता है, एंड सिक्योरिटी भी. ओके, सो दैट इज इंडियन एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन दैट यू गोइंग टू स्टडी. नाउ इंडियन एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन में आप डायनेमिक्स देखोगे कैसे. अभी इंडियन एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन इज अ इवॉल्विंग प्रोसेस, तो यहाँ पे ये बहुत सारा करंट अफेयर बेस्ड होता है, तो इसीलिए सब्जेक्ट डायनेमिक हो जाता है. दिस सब्जेक्ट इज कंसेप्चुअल एंड डायनेमिक आल्सो. द सिलेबस इज लेस, रिमेंबर सिलेबस छोटा मिलेगा, आप 3 महीने में सिलेबस खत्म कर सकते हो, बट रिमेंबर you have to learn how to apply public administration on the ground. आपको करंट में न्यूज चल रहा है, जैसे मान लो ये अभी हाथरस केस चल रहा है, तो हाथरस केस इज अ क्लियर केस ऑफ मिस गवर्नेंस. गवर्नमेंट अपने काम को अच्छे से फुलफिल नहीं कर पाई है. इट इज ऑल्सो एग्जाम्पल ऑफ हाउ हमारा जो ग्रीवियंस रिड्रेसल है वो कितना पुअर है. इट इज ऑल्सो प्रोसेस वेयर हाउ तो आप जब एडमिशन को पढ़ोगे, थिंकर्स को पढ़ोगे, तो आपको वो दे माइट आस्क यू कि भी कल को आप इस सिचुएशन में रहोगे तो कैसे हैंडल करोगे. ओके, हाउ विल यू, बिकॉज व्हेन यू आर अ डिस्ट्रिक्ट मजिस्ट्रेट, व्हेन यू आर पुलिस, you are when a superintendent of police, ऐसे प्रॉब्लम्स होंगे. नाउ जब ये ऐसे प्रॉब्लम्स आएंगे हमारे पास तो हम क्या करेंगे, उनको कैसे हैंडल करेंगे? सो यू माइट हैव टू गिव सॉल्यूशंस. आपको सॉल्यूशन दे रहे हो कि भाई कहाँ पे लैप्सेस हैं, वेयर आर द challenges and problems. Okay, so that would be the areas of public administration. और ये हमको पेपर इस तरह से हमको देखना होता है. तो there are dynamic process also and there are static process also. As per the syllabus is concerned, this is the syllabus. Just hold on. मैं कुछ अभी आपको सिलेबस थोड़ा सा आपको गो थ्रू कराता हूँ. इफ यू सी पेपर वन इज एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव थ्योरी. ठीक है, इसमें हिस्ट्री ऑफ पब्लिक एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन, कैसे एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन डेवलप हुआ, इवॉल्व कैसे हुआ, ऑल दैट थिंग विल बी डिस्कस. एज आई मेंशन, पब्लिक एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन इसका बर्थ हुआ पॉलिटिकल साइंस से. ठीक है, क्योंकि पहले पॉलिटिकल साइंस एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन में फोकस नहीं था, पॉलिटिक्स में फोकस था. बट लेटर ऑन व्हेन द एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन बिकेम कॉम्प्लेक्स, देन वी नीडेड अ थ्योरी. हमको एक सब्जेक्ट चाहिए था जो एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन को स्टडी करे. सो इट स्टडीज एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन फ्रॉम द टेक्निकल पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू एज वेल. देन आप देखो ये सब थ्योरीज है, एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव थॉट है, एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव बिहेवियर है, ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस है, ये सारा जो है बिजनेस एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन से हेवीली बोरोड है यहाँ तक एटलीस्ट. एंड ये दो यूनिट 1, यूनिट 2 एंड यूनिट 3. और यहाँ से आपको मैक्सिमम जो है एरियाज जो है आपको जो है कवर करने होंगे. ऑलमोस्ट 50-60% पेपर आपका यही 2 यूनिट कवर कर लेता है. ठीक है, सो दिस इज एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव थॉट एंड बिहेवियर. देन कम्स, अगर आप देखोगे तो देखो यहाँ पे लेजिस्लेटिव, पार्लियामेंट को समझना पड़ेगा, पार्लियामेंट कैसे फंक्शन करता है, सिविल सोसाइटी कैसे फंक्शन, ये पूरा देखो जीएस पेपर 2 है. ये पूरा जीएस पेपर 2 है. दिस इज ऑल्सो, इसमें भी कुछ पार्ट है, जैसे ये है जीएस पेपर 2 है, ये वाला पार्ट ये है, ये इकोनॉमिक्स का पार्ट है, पीपीपी. ठीक है, देन एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव लॉ, कैसे एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन चलता है, ये थोड़ा अलग हो जाता है. देन कमिंग टू, अब ये कुछ टेक्निकल्स हैं. दीज आर टेक्निकल पब्लिक एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन. पब्लिक एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन डिफरेंट कंट्रीज का स्टडी करते हैं, फिर उनको अप्लाई करते हैं. ठीक है, ब्यूरोक्रेसी के बारे में स्टडी करते हो. अब ये देखो फाइनेंशियल एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन, मॉनेटरी एंड फिस्कल पॉलिसी, इकोनॉमिक्स का पार्ट है. पब्लिक डेट इकोनॉमिक्स का पार्ट है. ठीक है, तो बजटरी प्रोसेस, ये पूरा बजट जो गवर्नमेंट बजटिंग होता है वो पूरा पार्ट है. तो ये देखो ये सब 3 से मैच हो रहा है. दीज आर टेक्निकल सब्जेक्ट्स, हमें पढ़ना पड़ेगा, थोड़ा टेक्निकल पार्ट है. ठीक है, तो वो पढ़ना पड़ेगा. सो अगर आप पेपर 1 देखोगे तो पेपर 1 इज स्पेसिफिकली सब्जेक्ट जो कि आपको एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन की थ्योरी समझा रहा है. एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन क्या होता है फ्रॉम द टेक्निकल पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू. आप थ्योरीज पढ़ोगे, प्रिंसिपल्स पढ़ोगे, एंड देन एवरीथिंग विल बी अप्लाइड इन इंडियन एड. पेपर 2 में अप्लाई करोगे. आप यहाँ देखो पेपर 2 में अगर आप देखोगे तो यू आर रीडिंग फिलोसॉफिकल कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल फ्रेमवर्क. आप क्या पढ़ रहे हो? यू आर स्टडिंग कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, यू आर स्टडिंग पीएसयूज कैसे फंक्शन करते हैं. ये इकोनॉमिक्स का पार्ट हो जाता है. देखो इम्पैक्ट ग्लोबलाइजेशन, प्राइवेटाइजेशन, तो आप जो है ग्लोबलाइजेशन पढ़ रहे हो, पीएसयूज पढ़ रहे हो. देन ये पूरा देखो यूनियन गवर्नमेंट एंड एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन, यू आर रीडिंग अबाउट पार्लियामेंट, पीएमओस, ओके, गवर्नमेंट मिनिस्ट्रीज. यू आर स्टडिंग कि गवर्नमेंट का प्लानिंग कैसे होता है. ओके, सो ये सारा आप पढ़ोगे. सोशल जस्टिस पार्ट होगा, सोशल इश्यूज पढ़ोगे इसमें. देन यू विल कम टू द स्टेट लेवल, स्टेट एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन पढ़ोगे, डिस्ट्रिक्ट एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन पढ़ोगे. तो स्टेट एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन अगेन जीएस पेपर 2 का सिलेबस है. डिस्ट्रिक्ट एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन पढ़ोगे तो ये भी जीएस पेपर 2, लोकल एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन हम यहाँ से आता है, हम पढ़ते हैं. देन यू विल कम रूरल डेवलपमेंट, अर्बन डेवलपमेंट, ये भी आपका जीएस पेपर 2 के कुछ पार्ट से मैच हो जाता है. फाइनेंशियल मैनेजमेंट, एज आई मेंशन्ड, सो दिस इज लिंक्ड विद पॉलिटी एज वेल एज इकोनॉमिक्स. ठीक है, तो अगर आप सिलेबस को देखोगे तो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. लॉ एंड ऑर्डर, आप देखो लॉ एंड ऑर्डर, ये पूरा अगर आप देखोगे टेररिज्म, क्रिमिनलाइजेशन, पब्लिक पुलिस रिलेशंस, इंसर्जेंसी, टेररिज्म, तो ये आपका इंटरनल सिक्योरिटी से मैच हो जाता है, लॉ एंड एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन. ओके, सो दिस इज द होल सिलेबस ऑफ पब्लिक एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन एंड दीज आर कन्वर्जेंस एरिया. सिलेबस में जैसा मैंने मेंशन किया, एंड एथिक्स में क्या क्या है वो भी मैंने बताया, और इसको आप रीड कर लेना. मैं बुक्स कौन सी पढ़नी है पब्लिक एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन में, उस पर मैं एक स्ट्रैटेजी सेशन मैंने प्लान किया हुआ है. एज आई मेंशन, गिव मी 2-3 days, तो वो जो है मैं उसको प्लान करके आपसे सेशन लूंगा. प्रोबेबली ईदर ऑन मंडे और ऑन वेडनेसडे. मैं इस पे अलग से 1 घंटे का सेशन रखूंगा और उस पर हम डिस्कशन करेंगे, ईदर ऑन मंडे और वेडनेसडे. बिकॉज मैं थोड़ा बुक लिस्ट एक बार मुझे बना के आपको और अच्छे समझाना पड़ेगा एंड हाउ टू स्टार्ट. इट विल बी जस्ट 40 मिनट 30-35 मिनट्स का सेशन होगा एंड पीपल हु आर इंटरेस्टेड इन पब्लिक एडमिशन ऑप्शनल दे कैन कम इन दैट सेशन. Okay, so that will give you insight how to start and what to start, where to start, कौन सी बुक से start करना चाहिए, ये सारा चीज़ मैं बताऊंगा. What should be read in the first, in the beginning, which chapters you can follow in these books, that I can tell you that. Okay, so if you have any question, you can ask me. Then I'll close for the day. किसी को सवाल है? Then I'll close for the day. चलिए, so that is all for today. Any questions? No questions. Okay, chalo. You can unmute and ask me. चलिए. Thank you very much, guys. Take care.